Make this summer your time to shine with Big Soleil. All right, it's now time for our self-care series brought to you by Big Soleil. Now, the idea of building a relationship with yourself might seem rather odd and unusual, but this afternoon we dig deeper into what it means to have a relationship with yourself, as well as how this contributes towards reaching your goals and maximizing on your shine. Anerene, welcome back to the loft.
Yes, hi.
Thank you so much for being here. What does it mean? Take us through the most broad views on what it is to have a relationship with yourself.
Okay, so having a relationship with yourself is about being able to connect with yourself, knowing who you are, and having the ability to trust yourself. And the most important thing is actually loving yourself.
That sounds like a journey that takes years.
Yeah, it does. It's a process. It's a life process.
And I know, like, now Emma Watson was actually, like, clickbaiting in the news recently because she's single, and she says, actually, I'm not single, I'm self-partnered.
Ah, perfect.
So she's obviously got a really good relationship with herself. Yes. But what are the tools, or I suppose, how does one work towards having a relationship with yourself and ultimately having that peace where you do love yourself and when you do trust yourself?
Yeah, that shine, So the first thing is like any other relationship. You need to give it attention. You need to make sure that you're doing a little bit of me time, scheduling it in and making sure it's about you. The next, I like to kind of split it into like body, mind, and soul. So first, if we're thinking of the mind, what are you thinking? Negative self-talk, stop it. Start controlling. That's a big one. Think of it like, I always like to think of it as like, would I say that to my best friend?
Okay, that's a good tip. My personal trainer, actually, I said something negative about myself. I was in front of the mirror with the weights, and she said to me, I'm not responding to that.
It's not
because
even
I
worth
wasn't
the
being
comments.
kind to myself.
That's it. Be kind to yourself. It's lovely. It's such a nice way to look at it. The next thing is the body, right? So for me, it's all about accepting it. Not accepting it because you're going to be like that forever. It's accepting it for now with a goal and a plan moving forward. So if you've got flabby arms, big bum, it's actually okay. You're accepting it for now, acceptance. You can even take it deeper, like, okay, at this moment, I'm actually depressed. But that's okay. I'm accepting it now, and I'm going to have a plan on what needs to be done moving forward. And the next thing is the soul. So the soul is like, for me, is all about like that inner gut, that inner voice. It's all about listening to it and really paying attention to what it's telling you. Because it's going to be telling you things that if you ignore, then there's going to be a consequence. But if you're listening to it, you can shine.
And I think, like, I've got this analogy of myself that it's almost like a roller coaster, because sometimes you do have that confidence and you do have that self-love and you do have that trust in yourself, and then it goes and ebbs and flows, because it is a relationship like a friendship where every day you've got to consistently build on it. I've got friends, well, I've got a friend in particular who cannot spend any time alone. No time alone. He's constantly messaging or calling.
Busy.
How important is it to your own self journey to find your own love if you're constantly surrounded by noise?
Oh, I have rules with social media. It's like that actually just has to be turned off at some stage. Because what happens with social media, I'm a little bit off track. What happens with social media is that you feel connected. You feel as if you're connecting with someone, but it's actually just your phone. It's not a real thing.
I think everybody does that. That's so true.
And the reason...
Because you're on Instagram, you're getting your likes, but actually you've been sitting alone in your room the whole day.
And it doesn't even qualify as alone time. It doesn't even qualify as alone time. It's really like, just because you feel as if you need to connect with someone, that you get onto your phone and you get that feeling, so therefore you connect to it. There's nothing wrong with it, but you need to monitor it. It can't just exclusively be social media. So
that is, carry on. Sorry, I was just going to say how extremely toxic that is.
It is
to yourself
extremely
and
toxic.
to the people around you.
Yes, because then you're actually ignoring the people around you. And guess what? They're real. You know, they're the real ones. And the other thing that's real is you real. You know what I mean? Put the social media down and actually spend a little bit of time on you. Ask yourself, what do I actually need right now? You know, it's like, actually, you know, I want to go for a nice walk. Do you know what I mean? What do you need? Opposed to thinking, I wonder who else is, can I connect with this person? And then if you feel as if you need to connect with someone, ask yourself, why? why do I keep feeling as if I need to connect with someone?
Yeah.
And try and find that with things that you can do within for yourself.
Yeah, read, yoga, meditation, all of the best things in life, actually.
Yes.
A nice bath. Thank you so much. I think it's so important that I think people have got to be aware of limiting time on social media just for their own, you know, happiness.
Yeah,
so that you
their
can
own
shine.
time, yes.
Now remember, in finding your voice, remember right now is your time to shine. And this is with the Bic Soleil disposable razors. These are available at your local leading retailers nationwide.